talking about a nigga that'll fuck your whole world up. You and your boys make a scene, I'm thinking AC Green, cause it's gonna be at least 4 or 5 you niggas in the room curled up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You ain't nothing but a MC.
Welcome to another edition of the Buck Stops Here. I'm your host, Sound Dog Buck 50, bringing you the latest in battle rap news. And I am the illest battle rapper in the game. But like I always say, this is not about me. Now, in this episode, we're going to recap, or I shouldn't say recap because it hasn't happened yet, but we're going to revisit this Mook tayroc situation one more time. And I'm going to give a last prediction on what I think is going to happen because I really don't know what's going to happen. But I'm definitely glad to be back. I haven't done anything in a few weeks, probably a little bit longer because I had to go in the hospital. I had a cyst on my back, man. That thing was killing me, man. It was hurting so bad I had to go to the hospital and they got it out of me, man. If anybody's ever had a cyst before, man, them things hurt. And that thing just, I was in no mood to blog or nothing. It just had me depleted. But never mind that. Before we get into the situation with Mook and tayroc, I'm gonna take a quick shot, get my spirits up. This is veal gingerbread flavored vodka. If you got a shot, feel free. Here it go. That was real. So let's talk about it. Mook tayroc. This is a battle of, I guess you could say, the face of the URL smack against the face of the DVD era, which is Mook. I'm gonna get right into it. On paper, this battle says Mook should win because of all the trials and tribulations that tayroc has been through. So Mook has a lot that he can work with in terms of angles, and Mook likes to use his angles. Okay, but with that being said, I still don't think it's as easy as just saying Mook is going to win because of that. Here's where it gets tricky. When I look at, even though it's an old battle, I look at his Iron Solomon battle, which he won. I feel like one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't like that battle is because even though Mook won, I felt like his angles were a little bit drawn out. And the thing is, what angles are, they have to be, in order for them to entertain the crowd, they have to be executed properly. Not just for the win, but also because you're trying to do two things. You're trying to get the win, but you're also trying to keep the crowd on your side. Now, with that being said, when Mook battled Verb, it was more, he was trying to show us that he could rap in this new era. I think he did a decent job. There was still some things that he could have edited out and said, you know what, I'm going to take this out. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So here it is. When you, like I said before, on paper, Mook seems like he has more to talk about on tayroc than tayroc has on him. But the thing with the angle is this. An angle, if you ever watch boxing, it's kind of like when a boxer has his opponent on the ropes and he looked like he got him, and all he need is one or two good ones and the fight's over. But the problem is, can he land those one or two good ones to get him out of there? because if he can land that good one, for every time he misses a shot or lands a shot that's a jab instead of that one, time's ticking off the clock. And before you know it, that 3-minute round for that fighter is down to 40 seconds, 35 seconds. And that's when you start thinking like, man, he's about to let him get off. He's about to let him get off this round. And that's the thing. Mook has the material, but he's got to execute the material. And I also think that what I give Mook all the credit in the world. But what I've seen from Mook is I haven't seen haymaker moments. You know, I'm not saying Mook should rap like Rum Nitty and just throw punches, but it would be good to get a couple room rockers. I feel like if Mook can mix in the angle along with a few room rockers, it could be a long night for tayroc. But it has to be executed. Now for tayroc tends to use more bars than content. But in this battle, he may be forced to use a little bit of content. Now, if he can meet halfway, now if he can mesh both styles halfway, and if Mook can meet halfway, we got a classic on our hands. But that remains to be seen. Styles make the fight. So this is one of those ones where I don't know. And I say that honestly because I've seen Mook against Iron Solomon, he won. I wasn't that crazy about him. Saw Mook beat Lux, he won. Wasn't that crazy about him. Saw him against Verb. Some people say he lost to Verb. I think he won. Only round I gave Verb clearly was the first. I felt like Verb just went downhill after that. Some people give Verb the third just because Mook rapped too long, but I still didn't feel Verb's third was that good. So to me, I had to go with Mook's round. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm here to say this. Mook again, in the 2-on-2, even though it got cut short with the fight, I felt like the little bit of time that because I was looking at Mook. I wasn't really looking at Calico because my whole thing was, let me see what's going on with Mook, especially because he's going to be on a big stage. Let me see if there's an adaptation. I didn't feel the electricity, right? So now, with all that being said, even with all of the angles that Mook has, the only thing I can go with is what I've seen. I've seen tayroc lose to people before. So tayroc is not necessarily unbeatable. But I've seen tayroc also wreck shit in this era as well. Hey, the man battles a lot. You're not going to win them all. So it is what it is. So we can't compare him to Mook because Mook battled once every few years. So that's not the same thing. So we're not going to sit here and say, well, Mook don't lose. That's not even fair. If Mook was battling that much, it would be different. So with that being said, wow. And as I'm going over this real time, I want to just say this person's going to win. I can only go with my gut instinct because I know tayroc is going to come with a different energy in this era that Mook probably never faced. But I feel like Mook should be ready for that. But also another thing that I noticed about Mook was when he did a live with Vixen the Assassin, and she asked him a couple questions like, well, what if Rock do this and that? And he just cut her off and he said, yo, Rock can't rap better than me. Rock's not better. I don't want to hear that. Okay, this is my thing with that. I had a slight problem with that, and I'm going to tell you why. This is my thing. Hear me out. Anytime you a battle rapper, or anybody really, and you've done something from a previous era and you was the best at it, it's sometimes hard for you to look at somebody else after you and be like, you know what, maybe I need to do that, because you feel like you was the shit in your era. What are you going to tell me? Now, in this era of battle rap, you do have a lot of people who just trace over other people and just use the same headshot blueprint, but there's still within all of that certain adaptations that you can look at and be like, okay, I can take this, I can take that. Now, is Mook going to adapt in that way, or is he just going to be in that lane of, I did this before y'all, I did this before y'all, I don't need to hear what y'all saying? Because if that's the case, that's what could make him lose the battle. Because if Mook is from that era, the longer the better. He's from that era. But in this era, sometimes less is more. That's another part of adapting. Mook, we don't necessarily need a 10-minute round from you. You can be fire in 4 to 5 minutes, but that's not me telling you what to do. That's just my observation. I think that would be better for Mook. You know, that's another part of adapting. Now, with all of the subject matter that Mook has to be precise. You know, like when Geechee's first round against Tayroc, I felt like everything was precise. It wasn't drugged out. And Mook has to be precise, because if he's not precise, and then Tayroc come bombing away, and he get 3 or 4 good ones, he steals the round. So I feel like this battle is on Mook, because he has to execute. If he executes, he wins the battle. But if his execution is off, he loses the battle. And so, even with all that being said, I haven't seen Mook electrify me yet in this era. But I feel like he's getting closer to getting it. But then I feel like Tayroc has it, the formula already. So that's where it's like, and if I gotta pick, if I'm forced, if somebody puts me on the spot right now, I'm gonna say, wow. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I want to be genuine with it. I don't want to just say something just to say it. I want you to go through what I'm going through. I don't want to just be fake and just say, yeah, wow. I'm thinking of this in my mind. Tayroc, murder Mook, the angles and all of this. Man, whew. A part of me want to say Tayroc, but then a part of me want to say murder Mook. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go with Tayroc 2-1. The only reason I'm going with Tayroc 2-1 is because I've yet to see anything from Mook in this era. Forget the wins. I'm not talking about the wins, losses. I'm talking about from this era to make you feel like it's current. Not necessarily he's outdated, but the format. Does he have the format? He may have the format now, so I'm not doubting him, but I'm just going by what I've seen. And I feel like there's still more left to be desired. And I feel like he may self-destruct by rapping too long or dragging out the angles. Maybe he won't do that, but we don't know. We got all these things brewing in our mind, but we don't know what's going to happen till it happens. So with that being said, I got to make a decision. I'm going to stay with it. It's not the liquor talking. Tayroc 2-1 in a hellified battle. And on that note, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.